Helmsley, over 50 minutes, or close to 50 minutes, nonetheless.
If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Acknowledge us.
Hey, guys, we're here at the Red Carpet Reign. We'll talk about the MVP in the Royal Rumbles. Who was the MVP of Royal Rumble 1996 through 2000? Eventual winner Shawn Michaels. And Shawn Michaels going to WrestleMania and win the championship this time. Now, a classic Iron Man match, WrestleMania 12 against Bret the Hitman Hart. This is Bret. But yeah, this was Hunter Hearst Helmsley. He was in there. We keep forgetting that he was in the Rumbles in that character.
Yeah, and I mean that like we said in the beginning, they put a lot of responsibility in the Iron Man. It's a lot of expectation placed in the Iron Man's lap to kind of push forward the whole Royal Rumble match. So
And also, this will be the first pay-per-view appearance of a very legendary WWE wrestler, Hall of Famer. He went by the name the Ringmaster, but you know him as Stone Cold Steve Austin. First time we ever saw him.
right.
That was interesting to see. But we saw Stone Cold in there, Hunter Hearst Helmsley. I'm sorry, the Ringmaster. Ringmaster went to win 3 Royal Rumbles. That's why we saw 2 different characters, and they went to win Royal Rumbles and other different characters later on. So I always found that interesting. Then we had the final 4. We had Shawn Michaels. We had, I want to say, Diesel, Kama. That's the Godfather, for those who don't know. Yes, that's him. He has so many names. And 27 was the British Bulldog.
Okay.
Very interesting facts there. Like you said, 96 when things started to roll around, I guess. Starting to get better. And we had a lot of new characters, like the Hunter Hearst Helmsley a year before, Rainmaster. Vince McMahon was trying, he had to reset. He was trying out a lot of new people. A lot of new people was in there. So,
And speaking of the Ringmaster, that's the segue because the following year, Stone Cold Steve Austin and that Attitude Era come kicking in. That's when it start to get lit. WWE start to turn the corner right here in 97. So in 1997, January 19th, San Antonio, Texas, Stone Cold Steve Austin goes 45 minutes and 4 seconds to become the Iron Man from number 5 spot.
and he had a number of 10 eliminations. 10 eliminations. But it's a controversial one. He was eliminated originally by Bret Hart, but the refs didn't see it, and he snuck his way back in. I haven't seen that since then. Stone Cold, that was slick. That was a very good heel move.
Yeah, very good heel move.
Initially eliminated, but he snuck back in, and because it was a brawl between Terry Funk and Mankind, the refs was handling that situation. So, and also Stone Cold tied the record for the most eliminations in a single Royal Rumble match with 10. The previous record was Hulk Hogan with 10 in the 1989 Royal Rumble. So that was a good record for Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Now, next, and we can see the order. We can see how it start to go in order now. Now it start to make sense. From Shawn Michaels to Triple H. From Austin to, and I ain't bring his photo, but y'all smell what The Rock is cooking. Because in San Jose, California, January 18th, 1998, The Rock went 51 minutes and 31 seconds at the number 4 spot. And this was the coming out party for The Rock right here, if you ask me.
Now, this is when Rock went through the whole Rocky Maivia. That didn't work, and then he came back with a new character. I know this Royal Rumble. This is when Mick Foley entered under 3 different characters: Cactus Jack, Dude Love, and Mankind. 3 different characters. No one's ever done that, by the way. But he had a total of 3 eliminations. He was eliminated by the eventual winner, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like I said, WWE, like you said, they're starting to have new guys and they get them opportunity at Royal Rumble. I'm trying to see how they work out. Because Royal Rumble, that's a lot of conditioning they have to do. And as we know, Rock will go on to win the Intercontinental Championship, well awarded by Stone Cold Steve Austin. And of course, he was, as he stated, the greatest Intercontinental Champion there ever was. And he feuded with Hunter, Triple H at DX, SummerSlam 98, ladder match that same year. So that speaks volumes alone. And then later that year, for you guys don't know, he did win a WWE Championship at Survivor Series. And it was a screw job, just like the Survivor Series the year before. That's how he won it. Without Mankind in the finals, they vacated the belt, and it came down last in the tournament of him and Mankind. I think it was called Deadly War or something. However they called that one. It's a special Survivor Series they called it.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's called Deadly something.
Uh-huh.
I forgot what it's called. Stone Cold's champion, and this one corporation was him and Vince was feuding. They tried their best. The corporation screwed him out the tournament because Vince won't see him as champ no more. And they need a new champion. They need the corporate champion. And that's where Rock was picked. His career really took off after this Royal Rumble. Like I said, Intercontinental Champion, classic SummerSlam match. And then he just took it to the top. He took it to the top with the Nation Domination. And then he got the WWE title. And then he was not only winning the WWE title, he was the youngest champion at that time at 26 years old. Also, he was on the Deadly Games. It's called Deadly Games. Deadly Game.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, he was really, holding the company down. He was the Rock. He was the corporate champ, the corporate elbow, the corporate eyebrow, leading the corporation. He won the title and the Intercontinental title, and his career speaks for itself. You smell what the Rock is cooking.
Absolutely. And that performance was followed by next year in Anaheim, California on January 24th, 1991, Mr. McMahon.
You mean 99? 99 you meant?
Sorry, 99. January 99. McMahon was born, guys. McMahon. The character as we know it. Well, he was born a little bit earlier than 99.
Yeah.
But he was
Yeah.
in high def in 99. He was like, it was up. Vince was not going anywhere. But you want to break that thing down right there?
Yeah.
This Royal Rumble?
Yeah. Like I said, the height of the Stone Cold Miss McMahon rivalry was still going. It was at the height, one of the best rivalries ever. Stone Cold was going to win, but The Rock, who was champion, like I say, just won the title at Survivor Series for a few months prior. He came out to distract Stone Cold, and he tried to, and it worked. And Vince was able to eliminate Stone Cold in the Rumble. Now, his Rumble was different because it's the first time we saw, I think he's the oldest Royal Rumble winner for one. The first time the owner won it. And also, it was a storyline where he gave up his number one spot. He gave it up. He's not going to fight The Rock, his corporate champion, at WrestleMania. He gave up his number one spot. They just didn't want Stone Cold to win it. Like I said, it was all to screw Stone Cold the best way possible. And he awarded The Rock in storyline $100,000 bounty for helping him eliminate Stone Cold. So, and he announced he, like I said, forfeit his title shot. But Commissioner Shawn Michaels, who's retired, he said, according to the rule book, when you do that, forfeit your spot, you're out of the main event. Since you forfeit your spot, you were the winner, the runner-up gets the opportunity to fight WrestleMania. And who was the runner-up to Vince McMahon? Stone Cold Steve Austin, who's champ, The Rock. So this set up the whole Rock versus Stone Cold WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. Great story. Great story.
Great story.
Yes. And think about it is he had to fight Vince McMahon in a steel cage match at St. Valentine's Day Massacre. To keep his, if he really wanted the Royal Rumble spot. And he wanted to beat Vince up. Come on, he wanted to give Vince that work. Let's be honest. And he had to win. Because I believe he didn't win, he wouldn't go to WrestleMania. But anyway, he was risking his WrestleMania title shot for that chance. And there would be no corporate interference. Now we know this is Vince. We saw this big dude come out during a match. Big, large in life dude, long hair. He looked like the Giant from WCW, if you guys remember him. He came out, this is when he debuted. His name was Paul White, the Big Show Paul White come out. He threw Stone Cold over against the cage over and over. But what this fool did, when you threw him over the cage, Stone Cold went out of the ring in the cage and he won the match. And Vince was so upset. He was like, oh no, this dude won. You threw him against the wall, but it broke open because of the strength of Paul White. And that's how we got Stone Cold and Rock at WrestleMania. And Rock went losing the title at Philadelphia, which we had this year. Stone Cold defeated him to win his second WWE Championship, and it was just a story. It was cinema, pure cinema.
Crazy. That was storytelling like no other right there. And man, I miss the good old days
Yeah,
when we had patience. When
yeah.
everybody had a little bit more patience.
And there was no social media, you know, uh, trying to force everything, trying to do all this dirt sheets. It was dirt sheets, but they were trying to leak everything. And they want to manipulating the bookers and producers into writing something that we know that would be not organic.
Right. Now, guys, we on to 2000, guys. We done made it to 2000. The year 2000, January 23, 2000, in New York, New York. Tess, guys, became the Iron Man that year. From the 10 spot, he lasted 26 minutes and 48 seconds.
All
Now,
right, all
Test,
right.
I always saw heavyweight championship material on Test. It just was something missing. I don't know why Vince didn't put the title on him. I don't know. The WWE are not kind to their big men. They're not that kind to their big men. But I always saw a WWF champion. He remind me of Magnum TA.
Yeah, Test one elimination, eliminated by the runner up of that year, the Big Show. But yeah, he definitely was missing something. What's crazy is he was in the corporation and he had storyline with Shane McMahon over Stephanie McMahon. He dated her, engaged to her until Triple H took everything away. But he had a very, very good, he had something ahead. He had a bright future ahead of him. He was never the same after the 99 2000.
Never the same, right? Right.
Now
Just
I heard he want the nicest guy to deal with backstage. That may play a big factor in that. Was not the most well-liked guy in the locker room. He rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. And remember, he did end up getting released, and he came back for ECW in the mid 2000s. But I know that played a part in that as well.
wow. Nah, I would have never guessed that. I would have never guessed that.
Oh yeah, Randy Orton cut an interview, and he said he first got in a young Randy Orton. He said Test was not kind to him. He said Test
Oh.
was a jerk. But he said that when Randy Orton had a name, he said Test was trying to kiss his ass and be all nice to him later on.
Nice try, Tess. Next, guys, we got, and I feel like I disrespected my boy Kane. We got Kane. Kane is one of the most impressive Royal Rumble. He might be Mr. Royal Rumble. Definitely in the nominations for Mr. Royal Rumble. January 21st, 2001, in New Orleans, Louisiana, Kane became the Iron Man at 53 minutes and 44 seconds from the number 6 position.
Yeah, 11 eliminations, a record. It's I know he won the Money in the Bank later in his career. Kane, it don't make no sense why Kane never won a Royal Rumble. It just don't make no sense to me. I still don't get that. Like I said, I understood he won the Money in the Bank, and he was the first one to cash in the same night. That's cool. But he should have won this too.
It's crazy the way they use the big men. They use the big men as just attractions. If it leads to a storyline, then they don't need the big man because they feel that big men are attractions. Like, and they don't. I
Yeah,
mean,
they
that's
do.
crazy.
They do. And no one's ever eliminated 11 men in the Rumble. Stone Cold had the record. Hogan had the record. So he definitely held that. And
Right.
he was eliminated by the winner, Stone Cold, who won his record third time Royal Rumble. Still the only man to win 3, who I think is Mr. Royal Rumble, Stone Cold Steve Austin, for as far as winning. Kane, I mean, like you said, attraction. Kane, he was in a lot of feuds. He was limited to the mostly a tag team competitor, winning tag team championships with Undertaker. So those were the MVPs or Iron Man for each of those Royal Rumbles. They didn't necessarily have to win, but who had a great performance, who lasted a long time, and a good amount of eliminations. You guys let me know what you think of that. Soon 2 videos will pop up. You guys click the links below. Until then, guys, you already know what it is. OUT.